And now, here is your forecast first with meteorologist Kyle Keel.
Good evening, everyone. For some of us, it was quite an active evening with severe thunderstorms and even some tornado warnings across the area. We'll talk about that in just a couple of moments. But first, here's a look at the satellite radar. All the severe weather threat has ended. No watches or warnings are in effect. Now we're just left with some breezy conditions. Temperatures right now are in the 50s here in the Quad Cities, but back in the 40s over into the western hometowns. 40 by 11 o'clock with cloudy and windy conditions. Tomorrow the sunshine returns and we'll also see some windy conditions. More on that in just a few minutes. But first, complete storm coverage starts now on Local 4 News at 10.
Assessing the damage what the line of severe weather did to trucks, trees, and power lines in Clinton County.
And this horrifying view of a tornado bearing down on Rochelle near Rockford. What toll it's taken on that community.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Needleman.
And I'm Tiffany Lundberg. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News at 10.
Severe weather rolling through the region earlier this evening did more than its fair share of damage. Governor Bruce Rauner activated the Illinois Emergency Management Agency to respond to the hardest hit areas.
We've seen downed trees and power lines. Hundreds of customers around the Quad Cities lost power tonight, some still in the dark. Now let's check in with meteorologist Kyle Keel to see where things stand as far as the weather goes. Kyle?
Thank you so much, Tiffany. And we could still be dealing with those power outages a little bit later tonight, not because of severe weather, but now because of the gusty winds that we have been seeing after a cold front moved through the area. Check out some of the wind gusts right now, 26 miles per hour here in the Quad Cities. Clinton, we've got wind speeds sustained at 30 miles per hour. Gusts at times have been upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour. So a very windy evening and overnight is ahead of us. Here are a few local storm reports. We had a couple reports of a tornado near the Clinton airport and near Donahue, Iowa. Several reports of wind damage, especially in Scott and Clinton counties, and many reports of hail coming in from 1 to 2 inches in diameter. That's about quarters to golf ball size and larger. So it's been a very active evening. The National Weather Service will be heading out to those areas up north of the Quad Cities and parts of Clinton and Scott counties to survey the damage to find out exactly if it was a tornado and the extent of the tornado damage.
Yeah, it's still very early after the process. We're just learning more gradually as the reports come in about what actually happened earlier this evening.
Most definitely. And we also got a report of a possible tornado near DeWitt, which the National Weather Service will also be looking at.
And Ashley was out there tonight.
Right, yes, I was out in DeWitt earlier tonight, and the weather was causing trouble.
Meteorologist Kyle Keel with your local pinpoint forecast.
Well, it's been a very bumpy evening for many of us across eastern Iowa and western Illinois this afternoon and evening. A cold front passed through the area, and ahead of that, that's where we did see a quick pop-up of severe thunderstorms. As you can see, those quickly raced off to the northeast, anywhere between 45 and 50 miles per hour. And unfortunately, we did have several reports of some tornadoes across eastern Iowa and especially parts of northern Illinois. The good news is the severe weather threat is over. All watches and warnings have been canceled, and the severe weather is well off to our east. Now we just have to worry about the winds, which could cause a few other issues with some downed trees and perhaps some damaged power lines as well throughout the night. We have had reports anywhere between 40 to 60 mile an hour gusts with winds sustained anywhere from 25 to 35. They have calmed down a little bit this evening. 26 miles per hour is currently what the wind is sustained at in the Quad Cities, 28 miles per hour in Clinton, but Galesburg sitting at 30 miles per hour. And these are westerly winds, which will eventually turn northwest later tonight. And that's really going to usher in the cool air. Check out this temperature map. This shows you how strong this storm has been. Right now we're at 49 degrees here in the Quad Cities, still sitting at 57 degrees in Toulon, but check out Muscatine, 46 degrees and temperatures still sitting near 60 degrees. Off to our east near Princeton right now sitting at 57 degrees. So we'll all cool down as this westerly wind does take our temperatures down into the 40s later tonight. Of course, we always appreciate the viewer photos as long as you get it done safely. This photo was from Sue Williams from Lone Tree, Iowa. This was from when the storms first entered our area and they weren't really tornadic just quite yet. But this is a good depiction of what's called a shelf cloud, and this is basically a mini cold front that goes out in front of the thunderstorms. A rush of wind is sent out in front of them, and so it gives this ominous looking cloud. So thanks so much to Sue for sending that photo in. The next photo comes from DeWitt. Our reporter Ashley Richmond got this of this tree being nearly split in half with that possible tornado. Of course, tomorrow the National Weather Service surveyors will go out and determine whether or not a tornado did hit. And another one from DeWitt comes from Sarah Frey. This is the hail. Many of us reported a lot of hail, anywhere from quarter to even golf ball size hail. This one's looking a little bit larger near that golf ball size. So thanks so much for sending those photos in. Here's a look at the surface map right now. We have that cold front well off to the east. This tightly wound area of low pressure is bringing us those gusty winds. And check off to our northwest in parts of central Iowa. Your eyes are not deceiving you. That is snow. That just goes to show you the power of this storm system. The good news is no snow in our forecast. We could see just maybe a few sprinkles as that system wraps around later tonight. But by the time tomorrow morning arrives, we will see mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds during the afternoon. But high pressure settles in for the first part of the weekend, so we will see mostly sunny skies on Saturday. But Sunday is when we do get our next chance for showers and thunderstorms. We're down to 41 degrees with the mostly cloudy and windy conditions tonight. It'll also be breezy tomorrow, but the temperature warming up near average around 60 degrees, but it'll feel a little bit more chilly with those winds out of the west from 15 to 20 miles per hour. There's a look at that 7-day. We're up to 65 degrees on Saturday, 68 on Sunday with that next chance for rain. Temperatures warm up once again into the 70s next week, but again, we might get into an active pattern with some chances for showers and thunderstorms. So of course, we will keep an eye on that. So once again, tonight's severe weather event is over, and it has left a lot of damage behind.
Yeah, absolutely. We certainly want things to calm down as much as possible.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks.